Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, Rovi, and MScribe. And today we got some NAT updates.
Some big ones, dude. I was hoping we'd be able to release this video in celebration of the NAT paper release.
Yes.
Because we were thinking yesterday would be the day. And, man, what a perfect timing of a day that would have been.
Yeah.
Because we weren't anticipating, Casey Rodimer on the Hell Money podcast to like chime in on like all the meta protocols of the Bitcoin space, including DMT.
Yeah, apparently they put out a tweet asking for like which meta protocol should we review.
Yeah.
And they reviewed quite a few. We'll show you the list.
It's a long, I didn't even realize there was this much other stuff. I mean, we kind of did.
We did.
Take pause like
but
a year ago.
There's still some we've never heard of.
True, like cashew.
Cashew and what's the other one? Fediment?
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 Yeah.
Cool names. They all sound like drugs.
I've never heard of a cashew drug. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's just the nut, you know?
Yeah.
Good source of protein. But yeah, apparently also a privacy layer for Bitcoin transactions or something like that, something along those lines. But yeah, they did like a pretty comprehensive analysis of not just meta protocols, but some of the, I guess, more relevant, if you would say, L2s attempting to claim whatever market share there is to be claiming, which I think is like the underlying takeaway from their videos. Like, there seems to be a lot of people building stuff to like an empty audience. It's like, I don't know if there's necessarily a need for all of this infrastructure, you know, whether it's on L1, L2 or whatever, right? Who's gonna use all this?
It's the little dot, big dot thesis.
Oh, I see.
With DeFi.
Yeah, the opportunity is just too tremendous not to, I guess, throw a dart at it, right?
Yeah.
Because most of those were like VC-backed initiatives, right? So those VCs were literally throwing darts at these these founders or organizations, whatever.
Right. So DMT made it to the podcast with Casey and Erin.
Yeah.
And but if you check your portfolios today, you check your watch, you know, your little portfolio watch.
Getting your panic alerts.
Yeah, there's a lot of red happening today.
Yeah, I mean, by now you should be pretty numb to it, guys. Like,
yeah, I think so. You should be. If not, then welcome
to like eternal pain. It's like that's crypto, just like perpetual pain.
Yeah,
it could be. I'm pretty numb at this point, but I'm also, I don't know. Just desensitized.
Yeah.
Seasoned vet.
Yeah. I don't really care. To be honest, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in seeing like the lore play out. It's, you know, it seems to get more and more interesting by the day.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's pretty, it's like
there's a lot of macro things happening that are very interesting.
The macro lore is very interesting.
Yeah, so you check your portfolio, everything's red except for NAT. Right? It says here, even in red market, NAT stays green. This isn't random. Miners and the community are building a foundation that gets stronger every day. So next big step, TAP indexer going open source. That means transparency and makes it easier for pools and exchanges to plug NAT in. SEX listings campaign is already rolling out. It won't happen overnight, but the push itself shows serious intent. More liquidity, more visibility. And then finally, newcomer guides keep popping up. How to buy, where to store, what to choose between Ordinals Wallet, SATX, Taproot, ETHBridge. And heads up, Ordinals Wallet still has price bugs, which has been corrected, according to this tweet. So on Ordinals Wallet, if you had checked the price there, there is a price that can be changed by the person setting the price, and if you don't refresh, you would be paying potentially as much as 10x of that price.
Yeah.
So they fixed it according to this. A bug has caused a price mismatch when listing a change between viewing and PSBT signing, so fix is live. So no need to worry about that. You can use Ordinals Wallet.
But the idea is, you know, as crucial Ordinals Wallet has been in like NAT's history up until this point, we need to expand surface area in the event or in case of these types of events, right? Something experiences a flaw or vulnerability.
Yeah.
Where else do we go to, you know, whether we're dollar cost averaging into NAT, we're dollar cost liquidating out of NAT.
Yeah.
You know, that's what these markets are for, right? So
there
are options, and there's one that we've kind of undersold a bit that we're going to talk about later.
Yeah. Well, this one we got to focus on because it has a purpose.
Yeah.
But other updates, we're going to show you an update that's coming to the NATGMI site, which will, with this update, will include the NAT paper. And this update is you go to the site and you scroll down, you'll see a few changes here, specifically on the miner leaderboard on the homepage.
Yeah.
And what you'll see here is a new column called Adopted. And so you can see that Ampool and Spiderpool have adopted the NAT token.
Hell yeah. That deserves a little clapathon, a little clapperoo, dude. Thank you, DJ.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Got two, dude. 2 out of the top 5.
Two out of the top 5 miners have acknowledged the NAT token. And since they've acknowledged the NAT token, it went from like a $2 or $3 million market cap now to 30 million.
Yeah, it's healthily sustaining, again, in uncertain times, if you will. I mean, I guess these are, you got Ansem and other notable influencers literally saying, like, the top is already in.
And go to church.
Yes, like, seek salvation because all of our models will soon be broken.
Yeah.
Right? So, and Michael Saylor will soon be plunging himself off of the toppest of roofs, right? Things like this. So, like, that sentiment is out in the air.
Yeah.
But NAT still hangs along, right? Because NAT serves a great purpose.
For sure.
I would say.
For sure. Yeah. And yeah, if you think 30 million is high, it's not, right?
It's true.
The target here is like, okay, well, we can show you the target, actually.
There's a slider here.
Yeah, there's an additional addition here that, let's say you hold, let's say 100 billion tokens.
That's a pretty good NAT sack, I would say. Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree.
Well, you need more zeros.
More zeros.
That's too many zeros. One less, I think. Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
100 billion?
100 billion, right?
Today worth what?
$8,000 roughly.
Okay.
Right. So now, and then above this value is the amount of NAT emitted per block.
Very minuscule, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
it's $30. Like you could just get a Happy Meal.
You get way more than a Happy Meal for $30, but yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. It's a pretty fat kid. Or
I keep seeing the M2. I keep seeing the M2 value just keep going up, so I just assume that's the Happy Meal price.
And you haven't like ventured outdoors in years, so it's like I don't know what's going on out there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You haven't been through. When's the last time you've been through a drive-through, dude? Centuries, right?
At least. At least.
Yeah. Well, happy to report. So as a frequenter, they're AI'd. The last time I went through a Taco Bell drive-through, I did not interface with a human at all.
Wow, that's my kind of life, dude.
It's happening. Just letting you know.
Finally.
It was interesting. And I intentionally was trying to like mumble and say like really dumb things, and it still got my order right.
Yeah.
So it's like intelligent.
Wow.
That's way better than the teenager.
Yeah.
Usually runs it.
That you cannot barely understand.
Yeah.
This thing had clear speak.
So when you pulled up to the window, was there a
was
robot?
No, it was a person.
Oh.
They haven't got there yet.
God
but
damn it.
half of the...
Still not going, dude. Not until there's robots. That's when I'll attend.
Okay.
One of these drive-thrus, as they call it.
That's when your arteries are worth clogging. You know, full support of technology.
Yeah, so now going back to this slider, you can, let's say the target is $1 billion, right? So you move it to $1 billion, and that's roughly generating about $1,000 per block, and your 100 billion in that token is worth $271,000. Man, that's quite.
Talk about a NAT sack, dude.
Man, that's so good.
You're gonna have trouble just navigating around with that kind of girth. You know? That's a lot of mass down there, dude. You know?
Yeah, this apparently can get you a lot of Happy Meals too. So.
Yeah, so that's a nice little calculator you've added there. You know?
Yeah, I figured, since we're playing this game, and really the purpose is like, there's a ton of purposes here, from a psychological perspective to like an actual benefit to Bitcoin, is that when number goes up, people, get rich, right? That's kind of a good thing. Why? Because it is the best marketing tool of all kinds, right? Of all time.
I agree. Yeah, you see these same calculators being pitched right now to the United States like Treasury.
Van Eck.
Yeah, it's like this is how much your treasury would rebalance if you bought X amount of Bitcoin at this compounding annual interest growth rate or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And then they're expecting the treasury to be like, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get rich too with Bitcoin.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So you're right.
Yeah, so
it's a psychology thing for sure.
But then it's like, man, $1 billion, that seems so high. Really, it's not that crazy high. Because you're talking about stupider things have gotten to $1 billion market cap. And they've solved zero problems as it got to that market cap.
Fartcoin immediately comes to mind.
Yeah.
Multi-billion-dollar.
That's the most egregious of all, like, multi-billion-dollar market cap for no reason.
Hot air rises, dude. What do you mean? It's reason enough for me,
Right. Yeah, so that as soon as you can see the NAT paper, which I'll show you here, you'll be able to see these updates as well. So we're going to go deeper into the NAT paper. Actually, we've gone to a certain degree deep in the last two podcasts. But I feel like the community, once they read this, they're going to have their own input. And
I hope so.
And maybe we'll probably make a ton of updates to this as well. Possibly.
Who knows? Or maybe it's perfection.
Could be.
We just need enough of you guys to read it and to validate and confirm. Or it's like an absolute travesty of thought and execution. Let us know if that's what you think. Because we need that relay of information.
Yeah, feedback.
Yes. So again, we were hoping today would be the day where we could all kind of sink our teeth into this, but not today.
It still might be today. It's just after this recording.
That's true. Could be today.
Yeah. So look out for the tweets, right? From Tap Protocol, from the Block Runner, Fitzy. Yeah. Look out for those tweets. Mm-hmm. All right. So NAT's on CoinMarketCap. We try to get it on CoinGecko. They completely Matumbo'd it. If you don't know who Matumbo is,
it's one of those, right?
Yeah. Google it.
Yeah. The rejection.
Rejected. Yeah.
Yeah, hard.
And so we're going to tell you why.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's just get into this first.
Okay. Yeah. Shuffle some things around.
So the reason why it was likely rejected is because they didn't see enough volume on the ETH NAT pool. And the way that CoinGecko works is that they're integrated with a bunch of exchanges. And it's easier for them to list a token that's already on these exchanges because it's just like an API link that they have to update, and that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. And so one of those connections is Uniswap. Mm-hmm. And so because NAT is not on a traditional exchange, we decided to bridge it to Uniswap so that it can have access to that medium, right, of CoinGecko. But we need everybody to go and use the Uniswap pool. And Rome, the miner, has contributed $100,000 in liquidity to this pool. So that's a huge contribution. Shout out to Rome.
Yeah, that's significant because, NAT hasn't really had, a semi-deep liquidity pool up until now, right? Yeah. So this is like, if you're clipping in and out of NAT, say like in $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 range, like that's your optimal swap value. Like you can actually do this here with minimal slippage.
Yeah, correct. And
it's on Ethereum. It's a very trusted chain. Uniswap is a very trusted, very well audited DEX environment.
Yeah.
Right. So all this stuff works, and we've gotten some feedback from people who initially were like a little, skeptical. It was like, how the hell is NAT on ETH? How are you doing that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's done through bridging through Tap,
mm-hmm.
and Taproot Swap, I think, is the interface. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to migrate your own NAT tokens to ETH, you could do that.
Yeah, we're going to provide all the links in the description. So especially this one. And if you go to NATGMI.com, you scroll down, you can find your way to this, and you can find your way to Taproot so that you can bridge your NAT as well.
But the big idea here is, we need way more volume, right?
Yeah. Way more volume so that we can get on CoinGecko and get a little bit more exposure.
Yeah. So again, if you have some built up conviction around NAT and its, proposition as a subsidy solution for Bitcoin,
or your ETH happens to be going down and you want to save that value, might as well swap it into NAT.
Right. Yeah. Or contribute it as liquidity yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to help ultimately get NAT recognized by the right actors of this industry, right? CoinGecko being one of them.
Yeah.
And, more centralized exchanges down the line, because they'll also have this volume history to kind of reference to determine,
Yeah, 100%.
their own decisions.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here. And so we were talking about Casey and Erin talking about DMT. So let's hear what they had to say.
Digital matter theory. I'm
rank number one.
Rank number one. Yeah,
this is number one.
This is just like on-chain schizophrenia. Like,
can you explain? Like, I know maybe on-chain schizophrenia covers it, but like the graphic you were showing me with the 69s highlighted, like what is going on?
You can basically say like, look, I'm going to issue a token, and 1 unit of that token is going to exist every time there's a 69 inside of a block hash in a Bitcoin block.
Yeah.
So something like that. It's literally
I like that response.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah,
the
dude.
DMT Gitbook, it has like these screenshots of the Ordinals Explorer, and then like the transaction hashes in a block, and every time there's a 42, it's highlighted.
Are you sure it's not 420?
Yeah, there's 420 and 69. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's not 42. I mean, 42 is also a
I'm looking at it right now.
But 420 and 69 are the
It is
opposite.
420.
So it's basically like schizophrenia-driven development. Again, it's like, as far as I can tell, it's markdown-driven development. As far as I can tell, it's like you have a big markdown doc, and like maybe there's code, maybe there's not. So yeah.
I mean,
DMT.
but I love the idea of like, what's the utility? Well, every time that there's 69,
That's right. Yeah.
there's a new token that's made.
Yeah.
They're probably going to unveil some sort of structure deep within the cryptographic universe through this sort of pattern recognition. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, man.
I think if you tried to visualize these sort of things where these numbers are eternal archetypes, right? And so if you're making an attempt to try to build structure around that, they might find that it's sort of in the shape of like a golden ratio spiral, or they may sort of figure out this multi-dimensional kind of structure. I think they're onto something.
Okay. Okay.
And that's the utility.
I think we really need to get the Kabbalists involved.
That's
what
I'm
saying.
saying.
I mean? Like,
this is
get
the place where
hardcore Kabbalists like out of the synagogue or whatever. Get them writing some Rust, deploying some smart contracts. Maybe they'll have like a banger,
That's how I think of all of these, this is like, this one's asking the right questions.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like whenever
how
it's like,
little code and thought can we put into this? How little can we just make it based on like pattern matching?
But when we talk about smart contracts, and it's like, okay, well, we need smart contracts so that you can swap one token for another really fast. It's not so appealing to me, right? But when you say, well, we need smart contracts so that we can recognize how many times 69 has been put into the hash of a block header every single block, that's more interesting.
Right.
That's getting at something it's more applicable to my work.
Right.
Yep. So just personally, that kind of speaks to me more.
Right.
Good luck to them.
Yeah, good luck to them. Yeah.
Good luck, dude. Good luck, man.
Yeah, we're gonna need it, right?
Yeah, hopefully that's all we needed. So just a little bit of tad a bit of luck out there, directed into our channels.
Yeah, into the aura that is DMT. Yeah, I mean, they got some of the gist, and it really goes beyond just like the block hash. It goes into the data of Bitcoin itself, the bits field, for example.
Yeah, they're just using this one example that was in the book itself.
So I use 69 and 420 specifically for it to be like a comedic, like
elicit something.
Like, okay, it's approachable, right?
100%.
It's not like this random hexadecimal value that's like doesn't mean anything. It's like, oh, it's 420 and 69. It's like, okay, how many times does it occur in Bitcoin?
Yeah, I mean, you would assume this is what a DMT utilizer would be attempting to discover, right?
Yeah.
It's like those are just, numbers ingrained culturally.
Yeah.
At least for us Westerners, for whatever reason, we just enjoy inverse sexual positions and and a lot of cannabis, I guess.
Cannabis,
A ton of cannabis consumption over here, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would like to know, how do I embed this cultural resonance within the existing substrate layer of Bitcoin and like form like a bond between humanity and like she said, this eternal eternally present thing, which are these patterns within Bitcoin.
Yeah, eternally present because it's data locked into Bitcoin. In the same way, physics, gravity, all these like physical manifestations, they're eternally present and they are dispersed throughout the universe. And so these are the concepts behind the non-arbitrary aspect of the whole meta protocol. It's because it's on Bitcoin, therefore it's non-arbitrary.
Yeah.
Because like if you go and ask anybody who created a token, it's like, what supply did you use? 21 million. Well, where did that come from? It came from your brain, right? That is a completely arbitrary choice.
Yeah.
So the problem with these arbitrary choices is that you could arbitrarily say a year from now, you know what? I want to expand my 10,000 NFT PFP collection to 20,000.
Or Bitcoin itself. That's
Or-
actually a proposed solution to
Yeah,
the subsidy problem.
Exactly.
Like we
So-
could actually just change the consensus
Yeah.
rules, guys.
Let's just do that, right?
Because we're humans, and if enough of us agree, Bitcoin expands.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, let's experiment a bit and try and remove that vector of interference in like our digital designs a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And see what comes of that. Right?
Yeah, so if you tie this decision making to Bitcoin, it is not up to anybody else
Yeah.
to decide how this expands. And so that's why we call it expansion, non-arbitrary expansion.
Yeah, we think there's some value in that for sure. We
Yeah.
think, and Bitcoin, the act of humanity, I guess, in alignment to continually strengthening Bitcoin at the thermodynamic level is what gives like
Yes.
this rule set some weight, some credibility.
Yeah, eventually people will come to the understanding that Bitcoin is a very one-dimensional thing. How much energy is it consuming? Right? Once we understand that that is the value proposition of Bitcoin, then once it starts consuming more and more energy, the DMT concept becomes even stronger and stronger.
I think so. Yeah. So take away from this, we're going to talk about this more on the podcast. So tune in.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot to say here. There's other clips as well that I think we could look at. But yeah, I mean, they went through all these different meta protocols and L2s, and there wasn't much positive sentiment around most of it.
Yeah, Casey doesn't really like anything besides his own stuff.
Yeah.
And even then, he shits on his own stuff too.
Yeah. So that's fine. Right?
Yeah, that's totally fine. However, they, if you watch this podcast, clearly they got some stuff wrong from our own perspective, from our own stuff that we know. We know they got some stuff wrong. So you can imagine what other stuff they got wrong on all these other meta protocols. But namely, you could tell that they like DMT to a certain extent, and DMT is built on Tap Protocol. And one of the things that they shit on was Tap Protocol, even though they like DMT. So it's like,
yeah, they might not have gotten that far down the Git book. I'm looking at it now. Supported token protocols, like right beneath the resources section. It's like, yeah, that's where Tap is. You know? They just may not have gotten that deep down to make that connection, unfortunately, because their assessment of Tap, which was on that list, was not realistic.
Yeah, for sure.
Or well,
it was not accurate.
Yeah,
just not well researched.
But again, to give them some leeway, we're not saying to pitchforks assemble.
No, definitely not. No, they're
preface
fine.
They preface their analysis with the acknowledgement that we're gonna just for sure spread misinformation because we put minimal effort into this research.
That is the first thing that they said opening the podcast.
Still, everyone's pissed.
Yeah,
it's kind of hilarious, but what did you expect, right?
Yeah, that's the problem without the context, right? If you just watch these snippets,
these clips, that's true.
Yeah, you miss the context. Yeah, so this is just an example of the inaccuracies of their assessment. But again, they can't really go that deep into stuff.
Yeah, so long live Tap Protocol.
Yeah, Benny's killing it. He's actually killing it.
And
he's delivered way more than anyone we've seen so far in the Bitcoin ecosystem.
By a wide margin.
Yeah, it's not even close. That's just an objective opinion.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to go into this deeper on this podcast.
Yeah, so stay tuned on Saturday. We'll go deeper into this stuff. It'll be out 12 p.m. Central. By then, the NAT paper should be out. So we want some feedback.
Please.
Via Twitter, via DMs, on the comment section on YouTube, whatever, right? Let us know what you think. All right, that's it for us. I appreciate you for watching, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.